So I realize these aspects, um, the more you think about them, the better ways you can explain it to people so they can get it. So consciousness is intelligence, and intelligence originates from God, because if God created all of everything, and there's so many aspects or characteristics within every individual, and why an individual is an individual is because whatever cause and effect in their life or understanding that they take or do applies within real confines of in the workings of happenings. So things that do happen are truths that happen. So that everything that we understand in consciousness comes from the aspects of God. So to realize that we're all one, in the beginning, when you're born, you didn't have the things that you didn't need. What you didn't need is fear, anxiety, and stuff on that nature of things. So if we were born without that, we had to be taught them things, to be experience them things. So down here, when we say you can't do this, you can't do that, and they're trying to program you to be this working machine just for the benefits of our wants, because if it was all our needs, we wouldn't take so much time to do all this of what we need to do. So what's actually happening is that every aspect within you that holds true with God and that is God, there's certain things that you don't like that's happening, but to accept the wrong things that are happening in the world is insanity, because that's what kills the creation of what it was meant for. So when we were born or created as an existing being, we were created in different dimensions or in different times in many things. So this earth, I'm realizing, is not full truth, not the entire truth. It's actually really far from the truth, because half or more than half of people here are not spiritually connected at all, because this aspect of life isn't as spiritual. Well, it is, but how we go about it and how it developed got less spiritual. But I mean, like, you know how like robots, you know, we're not a machine, but yet that's what you know, the agenda for, you know, all the greed and everything, they want us to be machines for the benefit of others, for whatever they're doing. But the thing is, the big picture of why I want to say to the people that are wanting greed and wanting all these other things, why it's never going to fix you or you're never going to have that, is because destroying part of yourself in the process does not help itself progress on what it wants or desires or greeds for. The greed is what you're lacking already in this experience. So why people turn to that is because they already know it's half fucked up, so why not fuck it up more just to get what I need out of it so I don't have to suffer in it. So that's the mentality, you know, the ignorance is bliss type thing. And there's so many characteristics and aspects. So what I'm trying to say is that the more limiting you put limitations on God and limitations on our freedoms and things like that, what really makes it happen is there's going to be a lot of rebellion for the God that's within you to know the truth within it, because it's life, it's the truth within life. Like, our living life is truth. That we exist is truth right there. So what if everybody told you that life doesn't exist, but we are existing life? It's basically degrees to deceive you into destroying what this is. And to recreate what this is, creation takes time. Destruction takes time as well. But to destroy something, it's a lot easier than to create something. So what I'm saying is that creation, you know, it has the qualities of many, many things, but destruction, evil, and hate, it has the qualities of very few things. And that's why when you're actually in the qualities of hate and all that, it's not as high of a vibration, so that's why you feel shitty. But shitty isn't a good feeling, but good is not necessarily good. It's what we take from it. And the thing is that there's so many aspects to it. That's why when God lets things happen, or lets the plague go through and do all this, it's like a cleansing. So it is a good thing. There's good things within bad things, and there's bad things within good things, because it's not just one way or the other here, is what we got to understand. So you tell me it's black when I know that it's white, but if you tell me it's white when I know that it's black, meaning that there's still characteristics within meaning behind it all. So why we do bad is to try to get something good out of it. You know, there's a cause and effect to everything, but realizing the confines of our intelligence, there is very many things that can happen within all the many things that we are to experience, that have been experienced, that are experiencing on the planet right now as we speak. So whether we go with the mundaneness of life, that is an aspect that's just like God, you know, because peace is God as well. So there's so many aspects to it. But if we ever want to get out of what we're in to make it 100% no bullshit anymore, we gotta use our aspects of what we know to put them to use. But if we say fuck it and give into the system and just try to live a normal life, it's not going to be a normal life. And a lot of people are going to be struggling in misery, but ultimately you come down to your fact as a soul, you know, when you die, or either realize it in this life that misery is what you don't want, and you're going to fight to keep the life that you were created to be, because we're all created from it. We are a part of it. That makes us it. And if it doesn't like it, it changes it, right? So if we don't like what's happening to us as God, we got to change what that is, or what is happening, so that it can be back to, not to a simple way. Okay, we're going against of some things too. Like, we think that technology is